Drop a washer or a foreign coin into a vending machine, and it comes shooting right back out in under a second. And that machine never once waited. What actually happened is stranger. Your coin just got scanned with electricity dozens of times in the blink of an eye and failed a test you never even knew existed. Here's what most people assume is going on inside that slot. A little scale checks the weight, a little ring checks the size, and if both roughly match a real coin, it passes through. That explanation feels obvious, almost too simple to argue with, and plenty of people will swear that's exactly how it works. It's also wrong, or at least it's only a tiny piece of a much clever trick hiding behind the coin slot. Real coin acceptors barely care about weight at all. Tucked inside that narrow channel is a small coil of wire, wound tightly around a magnetic core, and it never sits still. An alternating electric current constantly runs through it, dozens of times a second, and that current builds an invisible, flickering magnetic field that fills the exact path your coin slides through on its way down. No scale is even in the room. When your coin passes through that field, physics quietly takes over. The changing magnetic field induces tiny looping electrical currents inside the coin's own metal, called eddy currents. Those eddy currents fight back against the coil, generating their own small magnetic field that pushes against the field that created them. The coil feels that resistance instantly as a measurable shift in its own electrical signal, and that shift is the entire ballgame. And here's the genuinely elegant part. Exactly how much that signal shifts and how fast it recovers depends entirely on what the coin is made of. Copper reacts one way, nickel reacts another. Steel, or a copper-nickel blend, each leaves its own distinct electrical fingerprint behind, even at the exact same size. Combine that electromagnetic reaction with the coin's precise diameter and thickness, and you get a signature that's remarkably specific to one exact alloy and shape, almost like a metallic voice print. Mints actually design coins around this fact on purpose. The metal blend used in a real quarter or a real euro is chosen partly because it produces a precise, repeatable electromagnetic signature every single time it's struck. The vending machine already has that signature memorized from the factory, stored as an acceptable range rather than one single number. A slug can be stamped to the perfect size and the perfect weight and still get bounced out instantly, because cheap scrap metal simply doesn't sing the same electromagnetic note as real currency. Most machines stack on a couple more checks for good measure, since one sensor alone still misses some clever fakes. An optical or mechanical gate often confirms the diameter as a coin drops past a narrow gap. Some readers even check the tiny reeded grooves cut into the edge, since counterfeiters rarely bother replicating those precisely. But the electromagnetic scan is the real workhorse, quietly rerunning its test dozens of times as a single coin falls for barely a fifth of a second, and the instant one reading drifts outside tolerance. A small gate flips open and drops the coin straight down the reject chute. So the next time a machine spits your coin back out, it isn't being fussy about a scratch or a smudge. It just ran an invisible electrical test on your metal in a fraction of a second and caught the mismatch cold. No human judgment required. No scale, no simple magnet trick, just a humming coil, a flicker of induced current, and a signature that's almost impossible to fake cheaply. If hidden machinery like that is exactly the kind of thing you like uncovering, stick around. At Cutaway 360, we keep cutting things open.